Hello, Jonathan Rabb, one last time with the final installment in the Berlin Trilogy, The Second Son, another beautiful version from Halban. This one takes place not in Berlin, but in Spain in 1936 during the first 2 weeks of the Spanish Civil War. My main character, Hoffner, is now in his 60s, and his youngest son, Georg, who is a journalist, has gone missing covering the first weeks of the war. Hoffner goes to Spain to look for him, and along the way meets a young doctor, a woman named Mila, and together they travel across Spain trying to locate Hoffner's younger son. So this is rather late in the book, but here we go. There is a kind of madness that lives on the plains of La Mancha. It settles on the mind in the last of the afternoon when the sun perches between the passing sails of the windmills and seems to wink with every turn of the blade. It isn't the billowing itself that sparks the delusion. That, they say, requires a nobler kind of madness. But the sudden and unrelenting sense that this might be the last time the sun will make such an effort. La Mancha begs for indifference, or at least a disregard from anything still clinging to life. Even the trees know it. Hobbled by their own weight and bent towards senility, they peer out across the burned earth and laugh through parched bark at anyone foolish enough to remain out under this sky. It is, if he would admit it, the only place where God gazes down and wonders if even he has something still to learn. Maybe then the madness is his. For what else could God possibly have to learn, especially from a strip of land ready to shred itself on the truth? Driving through the heat, Hoffner gazed into the bleached red of the sky, the color of blood mixed with water, although here it was cloud sifting through a dying sun. He had lost track of time, more so of which Spain he was in. This far east, La Mancha gave no aid in defining lines of defense or offense. It was simply men in the distance, a signal to pull over, rifles and pistols raised, and a determined effort to produce the right papers. Neckerchief soldiers became uniformed ones, became neckerchiefed ones again, even if the stares and faces all looked the same. Oddly enough, Hoffner and Mila seemed to be the only ones moving with any urgency. Where the coast road to Barcelona had seen fish and fruit baskets carried in twos, here it was mule trains, 3 or 4 in a line, with carts in tow painted all manner of bright colors. They overflowed with charcoal and firewood, wineskins and gossip. And while the wheels were as tall as a man, they never seemed to move more than a few kilometers an hour. They had known Spain well before Hannibal, well before God, and looked none the worse for it. Men with flat Siberian faces, heavy coats, even in this heat, and never so much as a glance for the Mercedes as it raced by. Why show wonder at something as momentary as an elephant warrior or a suit of steel? This too shall pass, seemed to echo in the plodding groan of the wheels. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the books.